One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude. Ooh, it's money in the bank, my friend.
Today's Victor isn't even named Victor at all.
No, it's a podcast.
You won because there was no glitch.
There was no glitch. I'm Jesse McKnight. Welcome to Shut Up, Dude.
I'm Hellvis, and if you're here, cool.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Now, I have to address something out the gate.
Come on, then.
This is to do with our last episode.
What about it?
I might have used some language.
What kind of language did you use?
I believe in proper circles it's called an F-bomb or the other F-bomb.
Yes, and I've thought about that too.
Now, I did receive correspondence from a member of the LGBTQ community who wanted to point out that I had done something wrong.
Yes. What did you do wrong?
It's pronounced bussy. I totally thought I was getting in trouble for something else. And this person's message was like...
Yeah, it's not bussy. It doesn't make any sense.
Not
it's bussy.
Yeah,
of course.
I had to respond with like, we know.
Yeah.
We actually joked like someone's going to pull us up on this. So to that person who knows who they are, because they messaged me today and said, yeah, they were very uncomfortable through that part because they had to correct us on how to say bussy.
Yo,
yeah,
that's good.
When I said... You realize you've gone straight over the other thing I did, and this person came back with, "Bae, I'm part of this community, and I'm way sweet with faggot versus pussy." I hate that I had to use that word even to correct what you guys are doing.
True, bro.
That's the only thing. And I was like, "Man, you've listened to all of our podcasts," and she's like, "Yeah." And the only thing I've thought I needed to interject and correct you was pussy.
Amazing.
So yeah,
thank you. Shout out to that listener. Now, I watched some wrestling.
Cool.
Just on Netflix, and I was somewhat inebriated, having my dinner quite late.
Did you watch Raw or SmackDown?
I put on, I have no idea.
Blue or red?
WrestleMania. Blue?
Couldn't have been WrestleMania.
Maybe it was blue. Dude, I don't know. It all kind of washed over me.
Yeah.
But now I understand why you're allowed to say the F slur.
Because I watch gay porn.
Yeah, it's the fucking gayest thing I've ever seen.
Hard out. If you just blur the crotches, it looks like fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
great.
is, but it's not just the guy. It's not just the oiled up guys touching each other. That's the gay. The whole thing is gay.
Yeah,
every facet of it is
opera.
gay. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's soap opera with muscles.
What's the ref for? Just the county part, eh?
No, he tells them storylines.
Right, but it's
like
a
plot
storyline
lines and shit.
Yeah, but the pageantry and the suspension of disbelief is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Well, like I said to you the other day, it's one of the only American pure art forms.
Yeah, bro, it is an American art form. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was cool. When I was watching, I was like, there's all these different ways to tell stories in here.
Yeah, bro. That's what gets me about it.
But it all hinges on this really physical performance. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. It is very gay.
Definitely.
And I'll stop telling you off for saying the F slur now.
That's fine.
I usually, if it weren't for the commentators and like the acting and stuff, I can't tell who's getting hurt, which is weird. I'm used to combat sports. You like watch guys boxing, you can tell who's getting hurt.
Yeah,
and in wrestling, a guy will jump off the top rope, fly through the air, he lands on the other guy. It looks like it hurts him more, and it does. That's wrestling, right? The person who looks like they're getting hurt is the person being protected.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the
art form to
that made it hard
freaky.
to enjoy though.
Yeah. Like
I think I only watched 3 fights.
You can't watch anything without realizing you have no joy in your body.
Yeah.
Everything you watch, you're like, fuck it, bullshit.
Yeah.
You have to watch
me? Are you speaking to me personally?
You directly. Yeah.
Some things I really enjoy.
Bro, the last movie you told me was good was like old racist cowboy shit.
What was that?
I can't remember.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Do you want to Google old cowboy racist shit?
Google
old Henry.
Google some old racist
old
cowboy
Henry. It didn't have racist shit. It was just old cowboy shit.
Old Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one where he's spoiler. He's fucking Billy the Kid. You should be able to see that from the start of the movie. But that was okay. I like that. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs was sick. I see probably one movie I like per year.
But like here, check out this massive performance.
Yeah.
Or retarded white supremacist on the internet. We know which way you're going. Retarded white supremacist on the internet.
I'd rather watch a retarded white supremacist on the internet than
do anything
than the gay festival, like the oiled up guys with all the.
Fair enough.
all the pageantry and the poor acting, because they're part actors, but they're mostly like roid dummies.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting facet to it too.
Yeah.
It's super complicated. I see why people get lost in it.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, because it's fake. Like everything else I watch, I'm pretty sure is fake anyway.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but the athleticism on display.
That's the one thing everybody claims is what makes it cool. I think a great way to put it, if you don't realize how full of shit it is, it's a sport where people don't wear pants and fight over belts.
Yeah.
Like,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
That's exactly. Welcome to my world. That's why it's like, if you watch this thing and be like, why does the guy with no pants need to win the belt?
It's a decorative belt.
Clearly. Well, he doesn't wear pants. You watch him show up on another show, he's still got no pants on.
Yeah.
It seems to be his shtick.
Why
would he need to win a belt?
It's like if in wheelchair rugby, if they were competing for sneakers.
Yeah, or sponsorship. yeah. No, that's why I think it's like, of course it's full of shit. Like, Hulk Hogan was all famous for having the biggest arms in the world.
Okay.
Special move was a leg drop. Like, it's all backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My brother pointed out when I was little, the less work that somebody has to do for a special move, the more famous they are.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh, yeah. And then you watch, here comes Hulk Hogan, and he drops his leg on people, and you're like, oh, true.
The
and
Undertaker's choke slam.
He's probably one of the old school ones where he's still doing some shit.
A bit, but that's the guy jumps into it. You basically kind of just put your arm out. And that's a low effort move.
But he's got to pick a guy upside down.
Tombstone is one, yeah. Okay.
But like the people's elbow.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
What is Stone Cold? What's the stunner? What does he do? Like I know it's called the stunner, but I don't know what he does.
Then he puts their head there and he falls on his ass.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So that's just a kick and then sit down. That's
neck breaker.
Yeah. He's no Rey Mysterio.
Now the person getting stunned is the seller there. Like that's why it's mean.
Yeah,
it's like watching Donald Trump get stunned. There's that famous photo of like the McMahons with Trump in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
And I think Stone Cold's like stunned everybody in the photo except 2 children.
I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I think I said it to you. You've always said that politics is like wrestling. And I've always been like, no, it's not. But now you get to be like, well, why is Linda McMahon there?
Why'd they hire McMahon?
Yeah.
Why is Donald Trump in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Why is a Hall of Famer literally the most powerful man on earth?
Bro.
Okay, it's a little hard.
Why is the guy imposing all the tariffs in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Oh, shit. You want to talk about tariffs?
Nah, not yet. There's some more way funnier shit to kick around.
What else do you want to talk about?
I was going to interrupt you with a haka. But I don't have to anymore because we fucking won, bitch.
I'm so sad. My team lost. I'm so.
Yep.
That's
curly-haired white
we
guys
worked hard
across
on this.
the world are upset.
Yeah, me, David Seymour.
That's it.
It's just us, a mad ass.
Just the curly-haired non-Jew whites.
Yeah.
No, did you see that guy walk out of Parliament as soon as his bill lost?
No, I didn't watch it. The whole
it was
thing
112 votes to 11.
Yeah, it was only the ACT Party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a question about that. How much fucking money did this cost? This thing that they said they would go through the motions of but would not become law. How much fucking money did it cost,
I haven't checked, but I bet it's heaps.
Or was it enough for a hospital? How about half a hospital?
Probably 2 hospitals.
Yeah, I don't know. But for a guy who runs on wasteful government spending and all that shit, to push through a doomed legislation to sway public opinion rather than regulate, that's the opposite of libertarianism as far as I'm concerned.
Wasn't he clearly testing the waters for his Atlas Masters?
What he's doing is shifting the Overton window to allow a referendum to be tied to the next election. I haven't heard that anywhere else, but mark my fucking words.
That's funny, because he's already said that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, then it's not a prediction.
Don't need to mark your words.
Damn it. I didn't hear that. I was working all day.
Captain Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it was funny to watch.
Did he say that? That he's going to force a referendum at the next election?
He said he's going to put it forward for the next election.
Because what I would do in his position is protect my pedophile boss. But then once I had done that, I would go to the National Party and say, you're going to need me in coalition. And if you don't agree to this ahead of time, there's nothing else you can offer me.
Yep.
So there's a referendum in with the next election.
So I believe that tactic you just described is what he did with the putting the bill forward at all.
No, well, he can do that after the election.
No. So that was like when they sat down for their talks.
That's after the election.
Yeah. Sorry. So it would be after when they were forming that coalition.
So if you want to have a referendum at the election like they did for cannabis,
Yeah.
then he's got to sort that out before the election. Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something real great about watching David Seymour
lose
not
and
stoked.
fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
guy
like
is.
that. He's very distasteful.
He's a
distasteful
fucking
person.
fag. There we go.
He's what, fake, did you say?
Fag. Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. I thought you,
After
you mispronounced it.
After my new endorsement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we're already talking about
Might have
New,
to tell
New
more
Zealand
people
politics,
about that wrestling loophole, but keep going.
If you watch it, you can say it. More New Zealand politics. There's a bit of Ben Doyle shit.
Yeah, it turns out it was a coordinated hit job.
Yeah. Somebody was saying that whoever broke the story was a gossiping little bitch.
Did that happen to be you?
I think it was me, and it was the account Tui Teka, who is a gossiping little bitch. He's someone I've had blocked for a long time. Just says the wildest shit he can, and basically, if you're either like a corrupt son of a bitch, or you have the wrong connections, or if you are left on the political spectrum, you're a pedophile. And he just directly says that. And in addition to that, he's going through people's old Instagram posts to see if he can get them in trouble. Like a gossiping little bitch.
Yep. Reese Williams
is his real name. I saw a picture of him with Brian Tamaki. If you know what
people
kind
have
of
started
company
to.
that he keeps. He's followed by Shane Jones. And
People
shit,
are starting to chase that down.
Yeah. So that's all pretty cool and good. When I blocked him, I noted that he says the worst shit and he chose a Māori handle, like Tui Teka. Like he's invoking like Māoridom in some way as he does it. Yeah, at the same time as like being a racist fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. I don't know if he'll get in trouble.
I think we should do what they did with Ben.
What do you mean?
Well, because of that one photo,
Yeah.
everybody was able to say shit about Ben.
Yeah.
Because they had enough evidence to make ridiculous claims.
Yeah.
So I want to do that with them.
Okay. So what do you want to say about Reese Williams?
Fraud.
Yeah.
He's committing fraud.
Yeah, I would say there's
Lots of
there's some fraud there. If he's knowingly lying
I
about
looked
people,
at a
that's
photo
called
of him standing
slander.
next to Brian Tamaki.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that means he protects pedophiles.
Yeah.
Tamaki does. We know that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seems like.
So I was.
Oh, wait on. Does that mean every single person like this guy?
Yeah.
Is what we're saying?
Probably everyone on stage with him.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I'd say
probably.
everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone connected
by
with it.
association, right? That's the rules.
Yeah. I think Sean Plunkett interviewed him, so Sean Plunkett's clearly this as well.
I mean, he's on the side of
he's on the
those
side
people,
at
right?
least.
Yeah.
But like, I've heard that it's like that Reese Williamson guy is the head of the snake, but it's got like several
sure,
tails.
bro. Yeah.
A few people have that Holy Heck account.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just like whenever you got
it's
free
just
time.
he's who got snapped with it.
He's the one that's like run it all, but he's got a network of people doing it.
Yeah, and 10,000 people just following him, watching basically call people pedophiles.
But like,
Nasty.
so anybody though that's like that works in that sphere
Yeah.
of whatever this Williamson cunt does,
Yeah.
we could just say is a corrupt piece of shit.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
Because that's how this works.
A fucking like an astroturfing, gossiping little bitch.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like Brian Tamaki's a gossiping little
Yep,
bitch.
all of them,
Yeah.
because that's how this works.
Yeah, that's how you guys operate.
That's
Hey, I have a growing theory about conservatives that I don't want to argue with them anymore because the facts don't change their minds. I just want to fuck around with them and waste their time.
You got to remember these are the same people that can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then go to a special building and ask a pedophile an address for forgiveness, and they get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so, of course they think other shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have no proof for your God, but you give them money.
Yeah.
Like, you're hung up on this, we need to be churchies and shit. Well, fuck yourself. I think your God's stupid, and I hope he's dead.
Did you see Ben Doyle's statement?
Yeah.
So what he said was, he basically said all the stuff that we said on our last podcast. But he can't turn the drama nerd off, and it drove me crazy watching his perfectly reasonable statement that he gave. But he's like bipolar shifting between reading a speech and doing a monologue, and you can see him second by second looking up and like, it's my moment, everyone's looking, and then back to his speech.
No, that cunt deserves this moment. He
Then practice the speech better, because to me he went between. It was the shift in it that was jarring to me. I think when he's like I'm out and proud and living my best life, and people came at me for that, and it really hurt my feelings. Like, but I don't know if you have to be attacked like he was. Yeah.
And then you get to stand up and be like, I don't know, he should have just stood up and been like, fuck yous, bitch, and then walked off. You know, which either way he did it, he's going to get criticized for. Fella had a picture of him and a kid, and his kid, and everyone went, "You're a kid fucker" for the past 2 weeks.
Mine isn't even a criticism.
Yeah.
I'm noting that it was jarring to watch, and I don't think it was convincing to people who dislike him.
There was never ever a chance he had.
I think if he'd read a statement in a dry way, I'm reading out a statement. Like, I've taken time to write down how I feel, and here it is. But he got caught up in the drama nerd like presentation.
Use that drama nerd at that time, bro. You were doing your living your best life thing.
Yeah. And
you were just being you and doing your thing.
Yeah.
And they still worked out there's enough evidence here to call him a pedophile.
Yeah.
They didn't have evidence. They had a spiral emoji, which we were going to put on shirts.
Yeah.
And a photo with his own child.
Yeah.
So that fella gets a chance to stand up and wants to limp wrist it. Go hard, brother.
Sure.
Go hard.
Sure.
Fucking, I would have actually been doing it. I would have had a support person with me so I could stop the cry. I would have gave that shit up, bro. I would have made my microphone pink. Yeah. I would have made the top of my microphone look like a butt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that you talk like this, he was actually very restrained.
Yeah, bro. That's my point. If I'd been called a pedophile for fucking 2 weeks because of a photo of me and my own kid, fuck, I would have been.
You're right. Yeah. I'm expecting a level of decorum from him that I don't think I'd be able to produce.
Yeah, bro. That's exactly it. I don't think anyone could. Yeah. But he would have been better off getting up there and being like, Winston, 1 ounce.
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the KFC park.
Yeah.
Bro. They should have gone for that. But he went the other way.
Reese Williams, I've just hacked your hard drive. Email me or it all goes public in 20 minutes and see if it emails you.
Yeah, just said something like that. Yeah. But that guy standing up and delivering an eloquent, theatrical sort of speech.
Yeah.
That's what I expect from anybody in the Greens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight or not.
That.
Yeah.
Well, there's no straight ones.
Yeah, right.
Now, there's more New Zealand politics. Did you know that National MP Hamish Campbell is part of the 2x2 cult that's being investigated by the FBI for...
Did you know that the FBI just caught one in the Northland?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, bro. He's part of the 2x2s. Did you know they're a part of the church that's so church that the church said, "Nah, get the fuck out."
Yeah,
and they made their own, and it has no publication.
It has no churches.
It's like a secret society of Christians.
Yes, it has.
Why
no
would
churches.
you need a secret society of Christians if you're not trying to fuck
because
kids?
They're up to some bad shit,
kids, bro.
dude.
Totally,
Check this out. Hamish Campbell describes himself as socially liberal. Which is false, and the way that you know that is as a fucking Christian conservative national MP.
Did you see one of his quotes was...
You're literally a sitting member of the conservative government.
One of his quotes was
you get outed for being part of a child rape cult, and you go, guys, I'm actually liberal.
Bro,
what the fuck?
He came out with, I'm also been a scientist for 20 years.
Yeah, I'm a liberal scientist. Fuck you! You fucking dickhead!
Fuck, bro. See, that guy should have showed up with half his head shaved, dyed blue, being like, "I'm actually really into the Greens."
I found him interviewed last year in May, where he's asked, "Hey, what's the deal with? Are you part of this cult?" And he goes, "I don't know anything about it. Also, I'm liberal." Same thing. When they asked him about it the first time, he was like, "I don't know, but I'm pretty liberal." Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
It's like
you're literally the conservative government.
National have a thing. Hey, any of those skeletons in your closet?
Yeah.
As soon as they come out, you're one of them.
Yeah, I guess,
yeah,
bro.
That's what it is, bro. Suicide bomb them on your way up.
Hard out.
We know you're going to go down if they fight. Like... We know no one needs to put their hand up, but if anybody's involved in the 2x2 sex cult, just remember, if you do get snapped out, you're liberal and really into climate.
And as you get convicted, join the Green Party.
That's what I reckon. Just fucking Mullah Hajin on the way out the door, bro. It's
Yeah,
suicide
bro.
bomb the other party.
So Luxem wasn't there at the treaty principles.
Did you know
thing?
Luxem was in the building?
It's because he was busy, and it's not because he's a total pussy.
Did you know he was in the building?
Really?
Yeah.
But he wasn't in the. But wait, but he's not a total pussy. I
he's
can't. How do
totally
I
a
make
to-
these things? How do I make these things make sense?
No, the fact that he was in the building and didn't go makes
But
him
he's
more of a
in
pussy.
the building and
Yeah.
he's not.
And still didn't go.
Yeah, and he's not taking responsibility for his actions. I have never seen him take responsibility for his actions. If you ask him, like, hey, what's with this fucked up thing that your people did? He goes, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know? It's your job to know this
It's not his job.
and control it.
His job was to firmly clench up on Judith's hand
Yeah.
and sit there. And what I would say to you is, like,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, no, that's his job, bro. Is to
He's holding a thumb
stand
up
out and
for audio listeners.
stand out in front and just take the flack, and Judith will run it all.
He doesn't do well under that kind
I
of
know.
pressure, which is why he can't be there.
I
But
want him to snap.
But him not being there should be the indictment.
I reckon I could get him to break.
I think you could.
I could get him.
100%.
That guy would definitely call me a cunt on camera.
He would snap at you.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
I reckon I could get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be easy. It's one of my many talents.
Is winding
Is
people up.
winding people the
I
fuck
would say
up.
that's true. Yeah.
And that guy would not handle it. Yeah.
I got more Kiwi news.
And I reckon while I'd be interviewing him, I'd just have heaps of Dove soap that I'll just keep applying to my face the whole time. Do you love me yet, Chris? And then get up in Silence of the Lambs him, like tuck it and be like, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me hard. Just so he's like, how long does this interview go for? And then I'll walk out of the room being like, yeah, that's the last of their Māori party funding for Māori TV. Cause
Do you need a mic, Millendar, Wenny? You might do.
What did he say? I missed it.
I don't know either. That's why you might need a mic. But he or she or they has been speaking up a little bit. Hey, yeah, can't fucking hear you, all right? Stick to the fact checking. Now, there's a bit more news from New Zealand. I read a good piece about how Destiny Church got $40,000 in COVID-19 awareness grants.
Yeah, bro.
At the same time that Brian Tamaki was saying Destiny Church doesn't observe lockdowns and prayer will keep us safe. Yep. They went to the government hat in hand and said, please give us $5,000 so we can spread COVID awareness. Wink. And the government was like, everyone can have as much money as they want. It's COVID time.
I know lots of people that were doing that way and still sit here with their cocker bullshit.
Yeah, but them, fucking, whatever.
I'm not surprised by anything they do.
No, neither.
There's snakes and charlatans.
So maybe we should move on. Defund the police.
Now this
Did you
is
see
funny.
this?
Yeah, bro.
So somebody put up pictures of Green MP Tamitha Paul with a caption that says defund the police, which is just changing the to da is the whole campaign, right?
You know who it was, eh?
I assume it's the Taxpayers Union.
Nah, it's another one. I can't remember their name.
The New Zealand Initiative? The Business Roundtable?
Citizens something?
Citizens in support of Tim
billboards
Jagger.
up?
Yeah, you give us a fact check over here.
Yeah.
The three-headed Taniwha defunded police to the tune of 3% in the last budget.
Yeah.
So if you put up pictures of her saying to defund the police, you guys are doing it.
Who's the
But
dude,
that's not
though?
the bit. The bit is she's brown. Look, she can't even spell the.
Yeah, the dude
Yeah.
who brought this up who was saying "da police" in Parliament. It's the... Oh, you know.
Is he a
bro.
pedophile or is he just friends with pedophiles?
Nah, he's Puarangi
Because we're doing all of them.
Puarangi Goldsmith. The one that's Māori. Paul Goldsmith?
Oh,
no?
Paurangi Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that claimed
Yeah, he's got
Māori,
his
yeah.
whakapapa, yeah.
Yeah. And then when, like, do you remember, was it Todd Smith or Todd Muller?
Or Todd Barclay was one of the Todds.
A few national bold white guys back.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the mild buttered chickens they serve up as a prime.
Yeah, bro,
candidate.
one of the old Todd thumbs.
Yeah, he was like, no, we've got Māori representation. Paul's here, and Paul's
Yeah.
like, I'm not Māori, and like, just it's a great soundbite.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But yeah, Goldsmith was the one being like, oh, defund the police, and National looked like they were the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. They're having a field day with it.
Yeah.
And then
this is the funniest thing. It's funny because she's brown, right?
And then Chloe gets up and she's like, you guys have actually defunded
you guys are
the police.
defunding the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh, sorry.
You-
And like, yeah, they can't seem to work out. Like, it's like arguing with 9-year-olds. Yeah, like the way they give
This
shit.
is what I mean, is that facts don't change their minds. So I think we should stop using facts to deal with conservatives. I think we should just like try to hurt their feelings and waste their time. Yeah, fuck them.
Hurt them. That's the way you do it.
It's not what I want to do, and it's not like sustainable long term. But facts aren't working.
That's exactly it, bro. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, bro.
The people that want to get up.
They got mean first, eh? Yeah.
Yep.
And now liberals are going to have to get mean, or you're not going to win.
Or you're going to have to recruit cunts like me.
We're going to have just mean and nasty states all across the world.
All it is. It's
good. Well, that'll probably go pretty well.
Well, it's like, bro, I've said it to you before. It's not that good out there.
No.
So, like, this dream of this world we're losing, it's like, it's been terrible the entire time.
It's a lot better than it could be, and it's better than it has been previously.
Geographically privileged, and it sucks here.
Homie, just look at child mortality across history and tell me it's not better to be alive now.
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah, I don't want to have 8 kids just so I can have 2 kids. That sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, but
I'd give up a lot of stuff to not have that happen.
But they, like, if you think back of like when there was peasants and villages and shit.
Yeah.
And the priest had to be like, fuck, we're gonna need some soldiers. Pulling out's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but you got to be fruitful and multiply. Yeah.
Because
you need Christian soldiers. Yeah.
That's So shut up. No one got to say to a priest, they like, hey, this is the priest saying, these are the rules for fucking. It's like, don't play the rules, don't play the game, don't make the rules. Cuz.
People are always gonna fuck, man.
Yeah, like, and they tried to fuck with it and go like, let's get more of this. And then it's like, oh, why do these like Catholic people are having such a bad time? That's because they've got 7 children and the king hates them. Like,
why are Catholic people having a bad time? It's one of the main doctrines of the religion, bro. I was raised Catholic. That's what's supposed to happen.
Again, and that is why you're so filled with joy. Like, it's just can't enjoy anything.
I would say I am filled with joy. I reviewed the tape from last week where you said I was mad, and I would say I was filled with joy.
That was a week before.
I would say I was impassioned. I would say I had the strength of my convictions. Was I mad? I don't think so.
Gritted teeth. Screaming. Did you?
Yeah, I would say.
Did you listen or watch?
I would say it was heartfelt.
Did you listen or watch?
I didn't watch it. I'm not part of patreon.com/shutupdudenz where you can get video versions of our episodes.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to review that tape. There's a certain vein bulging in your forehead.
Really?
You said Brian.
God damn, I don't want to review more tapes.
You might need to look at that one.
Okay, I'll review that tape.
Just a
Sensible Sentencing Trust. Yeah, it's another one of those. Okay, Nationals also taking victory laps on inflation going down. And inflation did come down, and it's because they changed the mandate of the Reserve Bank from being one of employment and inflation to just inflation. So the inflation rate is down to 2.whatever% it is now, and the unemployment rate is 50% higher than it was before they took up. So it's good. We got wage growth under control, and half as many people again are out of work as were when they took over. So that's a flawless victory. We got inflation under control, and all it cost was like 1 in 50 people in New Zealand lost their jobs. So it all worked out, right?
Greenies, libertarians, lefties, any of that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're gonna have to get mean.
Yeah, bro. You are gonna have to get mean.
And precise.
Yeah.
You have to get accurate.
I reckon Chloe's mean and precise, bro. Yeah.
Chloe has just not got back up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, bro. She might be surrounded by
like, dude, if you were in the National Party and the fucking moldy lady next to you had no hair because of her cancer diagnosis, that's like getting the gold star on Mario.
Sure, yeah.
No one can touch you now.
Yeah.
You put in the Greens Party and they're like, she probably shaved her head. And you're like, no, that's an actual cancer survivor. Oh, is it one of these ones taking more liberties? You're like, can you show some fucking decorum here? It's like, that doesn't work that way.
What was it? Cervical cancer from lesbian sex?
Oh, check her out. Probably scissoring and got lymphoma.
Yeah.
Got what's that? Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's like, that's none of what you were saying is real. Yeah. That's not how you get there. Oh, it's because those lesbians, they smoke while they fuck.
Yeah.
Free hands. And you're like, they don't smoke when they fucking... lesbians famously don't have free hands. Jesus. We might need a break soon. But
okay,
if you had any other political party and it had a cancer-surviving moldy lady standing at the front of it, they would have her by the scruff of the neck. Be like, look, we're inclusive. But the Greens, it's like, what? Move her to the back. You know, it doesn't count.
Marama Davidson?
Yeah, it doesn't count as
I thought she was co-leader of the Greens.
She is, but they don't care. That's what I'm saying.
Who doesn't care?
The world.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, if National were going to say something, like, that's what I'm meaning. If National or Labour had somebody, like one of their leaders, was a Māori lady who's surviving cancer, she would be front centre every fucking time, and we'd all have to hear about it. Because it's Greens, it's like, well, what? That's Marama Davidson. What's wrong with you? And it's like, yeah, because they're not fucking they're not being cunts about how to score points.
Yeah.
Chloe's just doing her thing. If I was Chloe, I'd be like, well, you know, as I was having lunch today with this cancer survivor, and like, you know, I'd just drop that in every fucking day as some sympathy, because you're not mean enough to score the points you need.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
I hear what you're
that
saying.
lady got hit by a motorcycle driven by a Destiny's Church member, and nothing happened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is there video of it?
I think there's video of her standing there afterwards being like, that guy hit me. Like, yeah, she got taken over.
Fake news.
Because their favourite...
Typical green pedophile.
Typical Catholic fella got to take the side of the church, eh?
Yeah, that's me, bro.
Especially those ones that touch kids. Let's have a break.
Pro-destiny. Wait. Wait, one more thing. Did you stop it? Okay. They announced a $12 billion defense spend increase.
Of course.
Which is good. Because you got to keep Trump happy, right? He wants everybody to raise their military spending as no one could say for sure why he would want that, right? But apparently he does want that, and we've done it, which is good. So $12 billion over 4 years, that's good. How's the healthcare system?
How's your hand?
Follow-up question. Hang on a second. The hand is... the hand's just fine, thank you. How are we not just stockpiling supplies for China? If we spend $12 billion on airplanes, how are we not just stockpiling? Is $12 billion enough to fight China?
I don't think
What if we join up with Australia? Is it enough then? Nah, it's not So maybe we just build hospitals. Like,
I told you
how about
before.
this? I don't want to sound too fucking Second Amendment about this, but why don't you just buy a gun for every able-bodied man and woman in New Zealand? And you put a thing on it that says that only the government can turn these on, and fucking have the American system where if people want to take us over, you can't. Everybody's armed.
You're going to give Wellington? You're going to arm Wellington?
Yeah, it's arm Wellington, bro. I'm talking mech suits. I'm talking AR-15s.
You're going to need mech suits, because if you gave everyone a gun, all you're going to do is overflow the fucking whole Wellington emergency room with all these broken wrists.
Now we can have a break.
The podcast.
Okay, so that $5 you're getting is going to get poop on it.
I still want it.
After a catastrophic fuck up.
Look me in the eyes. I still want it.
Look me in the eyes. I'm going to poop on it.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get it. You get $5 worth of poop.
Welcome back to Shut Up Dude, or possibly welcome to Shut Up Dude for the first time.
Who knows?
Because my gear's totally fucked out.
Yeah.
So we already did it, right? We're not doing it again.
And there's no need to besmirch such a great man twice.
Who,
right?
the Lich?
No, RFK.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I would hate to besmirch him when he's just trying to find what causes autism.
Fuck, if you get a chance to watch that Kill Tony Netflix thing, you should watch it. Kyle Dunnigan comes out as RFK.
On a scale of straight to wrestling, where does Kill Tony sit?
Straight.
Is it a straight show?
There's a lot of gay shit in it, like jokes.
They're
like
on stage, like entertaining people, and it's straight.
There's a little bit of that, but a lot of roasting, which like it's a really weird format. I don't think anybody else has a live stand-up show where people who have never done stand-up.
Yeah, it's like a stand-up show and a panel show at the same time.
Yeah, and a gong show.
And a gong show.
Because you got a minute.
Yeah.
And then it's like I watched yesterday. Cracked me up. There was a dude doing his minute. And then he finishes his minute. It doesn't go well. And he turns and he's looking at Shane Gillis dressed as Donald Trump, Tom Segura, Joe Rogan, and Tony Hinchcliffe, who are about to be like, yeah, you're not good at this.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, I don't think I'd have the stones to get up and do that.
That's tough. I mean, we still haven't gone and done stand-up comedy locally.
Yeah,
so.
But like there was a dude he'd pushed bike from LA to Texas, I think.
Okay.
Like rode his bike just
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a quest because he's a stand-up, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just do it on a push bike. Fuck it."
Right.
And-
So an insane person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he got to Austin the day before they filmed the Kill Tony thing, and met a guy who was skateboarding from New York to LA. And it was, it was a real hard case. But no, you should give that a go, bro. It was just funny.
Dude, speaking of people being dressed as Trump, we never even talked about the Trump Gaza video. Did you see it? The Trump
AI
Gaza
one.
video? The AI one.
Fuck,
Bro,
bro.
my mouth hung open watching it the whole time. That was unbelievable. AI music, AI video, giant golden statue of Trump. It's called a Trump Gaza number
Bro, do you
one.
reckon they've
And it's
told
him
him-
and Netanyahu chilling by a
Do you
pool
reckon
in
they've
the...
promised him it?
Oh my God. No, I think that I think Trump he's on Adderall. I think he's on some kind of amphetamine all the time, so all of his ideas are good. And I think if you tell him, I can make you a video, it won't cost pretty much anything. You show it to him, it's like there's a golden statue of you, says Trump Gaza number one. Like, it's pretty good. He's
enough
like,
for him.
run it. Yeah, it's great.
I wouldn't be surprised if Netanyahu's like, nah, you can have Gaza.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's going to make it into like Mara Gazalo.
Mara Gazalo.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
It's good.
And they'll serve like chocolate hummus.
Yeah.
like, it'll be just enough to be insulting to anybody that has that as their culture. Like,
Yeah, bro.
that whole area.
There's some tariffs that happened. Do you want to talk about
Few.
that?
I find this.
Some
whole
of the
thing-
tariffs were imposed on islands that are only populated by penguins.
That was the
You
one
see
I
that?
wanted to bring up.
Um,
Apparently, the penguins are furious.
Now they say that they did that to because somehow other countries can pretend like their goods came from penguin islands, which I don't think is right. Because if that was right, wouldn't that just be happening all the time now? Or you could make it like there's other. You don't need to tariff that island. You could say no exports from an island that doesn't have a human presence.
Did you get to see the chart that they came out
There
with?
was a chart. Yeah,
And it had all of the
it
countries
was a
on
complex formula they used.
it. Did
I
you
heard.
notice that it had absolutely no organization?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't in alphabetical order.
It wasn't in numerical order. No.
It wasn't even in countries he likes more.
No.
Like, you know,
It's whatever ones he named first when he listed what countries he's going to put tariffs
I
on.
saw
Like
a-
Canada, Mexico.
I saw a couple of right-wing comedians who were like, we're all missing the integral reason to be mad. Fuck you, Madagascar. And it turns out Madagascar has like 95% tariffs on American goods.
Yeah, because the equation for anybody who doesn't know was it was like imports over exports or something. It was a dead simple equation because Trump thinks that a trade deficit is the same as someone stealing from him.
That's exactly how it
is,
works, bro.
yeah,
I paid
yeah.
like $400 on power. That means the power company needs a tariff.
They do. They
Yeah.
they do. I mean, they genuinely do.
They do anyway, yeah. The joke kind of just... That's one of those jokes
But
you
they're
think
like-
you're going to land on your head, but it lands on its feet, and now you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Americans are like, yeah, we'll buy your microchips and we'll sell you our stuff. What do you mean you don't need corn and fat people?
Yeah.
That's all we sell. That's unfair. It's very unfair.
I did happen to like the...
Yeah, we've been buying your batteries, but you've not been buying enough of our Marvel slop. So we're going to have to put some tariffs on you.
Somebody made a AI video of like a sweatshop,
Yeah.
but it's in Ohio. And like, so it's just all these big Americans.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
it's quite
Big fat
clever.
Americans trying to clumsily sew shit.
Yeah.
And it's the Chinese going, oh.
Yeah. Bro, somebody's done the maths on it, and I don't know how real this is, but I like what it proposes.
Yeah.
Is an iPhone made in America would cost 30 grand.
It could, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, it depends what... If it's not going to cost 30 grand from humans making it, you're going to have to build a lot of robots. That's going to take time and cost money. They were flipping out in the US in the idea that you had to pay fast food workers a living wage.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the guys who just put the same screw into a different iPhone 30,000 times a day? How much do you pay him?
Yeah, bro.
The same as a fast
And
food
what
worker,
about
or...
What about the teachers that have had to learn like close combat like techniques to deal with school shooters instead of giving them like extra resources?
Every single one is Mrs. Wick.
yeah, they have to be.
Yeah.
Like
They're going
what?
to. They say they're going to bring jobs to the US, Do you think that Americans who aren't working now are going to do brutal factory jobs?
No.
I don't fucking think so, bro.
You know how you can tell this won't work, bro? America doesn't have a factory sport.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, like India, cricket. South Asia, soccer.
Yeah.
You know, America.
But they could get one if they
what
had
are they
more
gonna?
factories.
What would be the American sweatshop sport?
I don't know if they're school shootings. What's their national pastime? Baseball. It'll be baseball. Super boring one.
If you can't go, I don't think they care.
They say robots are going to do the jobs, not people, and the jobs will come from the people that fix the robots. So I hear that, I'm like, right? Do you have them?
No.
The robots, do you have them?
Don't have robots.
The
4,000 Indian guys
Yeah, bro.
and those fucking
Yeah,
what are they called?
and we have a bunch of fake haptic feedback suits
yeah,
or whatever. There's no way they're that fancy. Trump negotiations, right? He says that he'll get them better deals, and that's what all his cultists say as well. Everyone knows the first step to making a deal is renege on all the promises that you've previously made and force your opponent to the table. That's how you get a good deal, bro.
Bro,
It's
like,
the great
even just
experiment.
this weird shit of like, here's the tariffs. We're open to negotiate, but I'm not changing my
But
mind.
all his
doesn't
people were like,
mean
it's not a negotiating tactic, and then they interview him in the bathroom door of Air Force One for some reason.
And
They
he's-
keep interviewing him, and he's like, yeah, it's a negotiating tactic.
Yeah.
And they ask people like, well, it's complicated. It's again the maybe like 2 or 3 things that I truly believed about Trump. One of which was that he would look after the stock market was just wrong. Like the stuff that I thought was like so much of it of Trump is a question mark. The stuff I was sure about, I was wrong about.
Have you seen the videos coming out in the last few days of him in the Oval Office getting interviewed, and he's pointing at advisors and shit, being like, he made $900 million yesterday. He made $50 million.
No, I didn't see
don't know
that.
what the problem is. And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's great.
He's basically showing it's insider trading.
Yeah.
Do you know Marjorie Taylor
It's,
Greene?
Yeah.
Do you know
I
she's
do.
currently worth $22 million?
Yeah, I know she made a lot of money very recently.
Very recently.
Interesting. But that's all fine, right? He's draining the swamp, right?
I
You
think
get
that-
rid of the
dude, I think
pedophiles,
Trump
you end insider trading, you drain the swamp, you fix the economy.
They
Basic stuff.
They're just doing what, like a piss. They're doing a real version of what we'd said to take the piss.
Yeah.
Like if you got into those positions, it's like, fuck it. They've been here the whole time. Let's take advantage
Yeah,
of
fuck it. Fuck you
That's
all.
what they're doing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what's happening.
They ran, like, I don't know, the way it was being run,
Yeah.
like the America, it looked like a mafia hit job or something. You know, they start a war, then they sell the
think it's
contracts to
that-
themselves.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how far ahead Trump thinks. There's evil people around him who are thinking very far ahead.
Yeah,
but
there's
they also,
always been
as much as
evil.
Trump will do what they say, I believe he will also do his own thing. And his own thing, like, what makes the tariffs that he was proposing different from the tariffs that were imposed during the Great Depression? Why are they better now? Well, the only possible argument is they're more chaotic. And somehow that will be good, right? Let me ask you this. When was the last... So they keep asking Trump questions. They're like, so what happened? And, now whose $5 is getting poop on it? Do you still have audio?
I have nothing.
Oh, I have nothing
That's
too.
off too.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. It came back. Did you kick out an audio?
think I
You kicked out a
plug,
headphone
yeah.
plug. What the fuck are we talking about?
So, back to
yo.
your gear is still shit.
You kicked a plug out. That could
Yeah,
happen
but
with
you were
that could happen
inferring
with a
that my gear
$5,000 No, your foot
You
kicked
said
things.
now whose
Your
gear
big
sucked.
dumb foot kicked my gear out of the wall.
you
That's
said-
nothing to do with
You
my
said
gear.
now whose gear sucks.
Yeah,
And the answer is
still mine.
yours.
Yeah, still
Thank you.
mine.
Yeah.
yeah. But you have a dumb foot. You're like a
Yeah.
like a clumsy beast of burden,
Yep.
kicking out complex machinery.
And you a bird of hindsight. Look how bad this Trump stuff is. Yeah, we know, guys. You've been going on for a year.
Kicking it.
Say that into the mic.
He did fix it by kicking it.
Oh, that I don't hear him at all. But
He said I did fix
You
it
fixed
by
it by
kicking
kicking
it.
it,
So
yep.
my big dumb foot did become a genius foot and solve it.
They banned
We wouldn't be in the situation if his gear didn't suck. Keep going.
AP and Reuters from
Has your
asking-
laptop have a
from-
tariff on
from
it, bro?
asking, yeah, it does, from asking Trump questions. So now he gets asked questions like, Trump, Mr. President, I heard you're the greatest president anyone's ever seen. Everyone's saying that. I mean, why is everyone stoked on you? I mean, it's obvious, but I'm seeing people say it out loud more and more. So why are people finally coming around to the idea that you're a perfect genius with great judgment who should be God Emperor for life? And he goes, that's a great question. You know, we've seen it. We're going to see a lot more of it. It's going to be very good. You're going to be very happy. And that's basically the same answer that he gives a hard-hitting question, right? But, I mean, okay, when was the last time that he admitted fault? Was it his criminal convictions? His civil liability? His affairs? Covfefe? Was it nothing? Was it literally nothing ever? So, like, he banned the press, but he doesn't answer real questions anyway.
Did you see the new terrifying interview with him this morning?
No.
Oh, well, they were asking, like, is America...
Not a man of leisure like you.
Are you worried about weapons that China may have? And he's like, no, I'm not, because America has weapons.
Better weapons? Yeah.
America has weapons that nobody's ever seen. They're the most powerful weapons of all time.
Yeah.
And we will use them as we see fit. Nobody even knows what we have.
Yeah.
And that's a real clip of him. It's like, oh, that's concerning as shit.
That is, as much as he's the most dishonest person in the world, that is the most honest anyone has ever been in that situation.
Yeah, bro.
It's not because of integrity, it's because he can't turn that off.
I remember when Kim Jong-un was talking about rocket manning him, and he jumped on Twitter basically being like...
I would never call him fat.
Nah, he jumped on Twitter being like, do it.
Yeah, do it, pussy. I dare you, dude.
I dare you.
Yeah.
Do you realize they won't even remember the name of South Korea or North Korea once I'm done
whichever
with you?
one, whichever Korea.
I just like the idea of like a raccoon with a knife thinking it can take on a bear that's wearing like nuclear mech armor.
Yeah.
It's like
that's dumb. That's very dumb. But that's why the EU's arming itself,
when
man.
It's like, why is Trump like this? It's like, because he knows they have Iron Man suits. You know, like, he's seen the level of force that they're going to drop on the world.
So the paradigm is Trump gets in and you don't have any more wars, and then he ramps up military spending and says, we're also not protecting the rest of the world anymore, and the rest of the world also is expected to ramp up military spending.
Because I guarantee that fella has stocks and military.
But what's all that for? So, right, this is one of the things I believed about him, is he's the anti-war guy, right? But then he wants everybody to buy as many weapons as possible. Well, what are those for? Bro, they're not chairs. They're bombs and guns and tanks and bombs and their guns and their bombs.
Because if he tells everybody that it's not what he's doing,
then
he can go back to his secret room and tell everyone to go buy shares and those things.
His secret room is Truth Social, where 3 hours before he paused the tariffs, he truthed out, which is what you do if you're not, Xing, Zeding. If you Truth Social, he truthed out that now's a good time to buy DJT.
Yeah, it's
interesting how but
it's more fucked up, bro. Of like, is he just doing what that government's always been doing? He's just doing it in front of us.
He's doing it the most. So
So that's
the
trick. No, hang on here.
The reason you need Trump is because Nancy Pelosi's insider trading. Now you got Trump.
Yeah.
He's the most that.
I know.
Yeah.
I think this is what you get.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Make a dumb fuck, brutal, stupid
it's
system.
Fucking crazy.
And then a cowboy comes in and takes over it. This is your fella's fucking fault.
They're so bored with being the most prosperous people that have ever existed that they elected a lunatic to fuck it up.
But this is
we're bored, dude. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
I was saying to you earlier, though, of like there was some race bait shit on Twitter about
I find that hard to believe.
Hey, black people, why do you guys do this? Why don't you swim? Why can't you? All these weird stereotypes.
Yeah.
And one black guy was like, man, shut up, white people. You fellas face physical or financial ruin and you kill your family.
Have to.
And everybody I've seen read it was like, well, that's quite confronting. And then I told you about it and you're like, yeah, no, this is real. This is like if gingers have
white people
as a core principle,
white people
have kill your fucking family if you run out of money. Because you can't have a white person have to live like a black person and get food stamps and shit. Nah, sorry, Caden, you're going down. Like, hey, sorry, Michaela, I know you're seven.
Sorry, Hunter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
over.
yeah, it's over.
White
for
people-
you, dude.
white people
Dad
are-
lost his mechanic job, so now I have to beat the shit out of your mum on 8 light beers.
White people are listening to this.
Hang on,
White people
fuck
are
this.
listening to this like, what is this? This is confusing to him. Of course.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's where it's funny though. Of like, but you other fellas can just sit in the terrible ghettos
Yeah.
and the horrible hoods we've created, and then freak out because oh man, tariffs. Like,
Yeah, tariffs.
like, Trump got in, bro, and leftists killed their families. Like, wow.
Did that happen?
Yeah, that's
What's an example of that happening?
Fact check this. Look it up for me.
A leftist killed their family because Trump got elected.
Yeah, bro. I've
Okay,
seen
well
3
that's
of
a
them.
good fact check. You've seen 3 of them. Well, that'll be interesting to see. Now the stock market crash. Now it's like, oh, that's all a meme. That's all
Yeah,
American
that's Trump
politics.
just trying to fiddle out the weak whites.
You know that you know that you have skin in this game, right? If you have a
Kinda.
Kiwi saver, which you kind of have to have
It's
in New
already
Zealand.
down $3,000.
Yeah, because we not only do we get the privilege of paying into Social Security, not means tested Social Security
Yeah.
for the boomers.
Yep.
Which why the fuck aren't they means tested? But anyway, we
don't
also
choose where they
are
invest it.
saving for our own retirement.
Yeah, but
which
I don't
think
choose
is,
where they invest that.
No,
And I can't
Well,
opt out of
thankfully, it's not woke anymore, so it is a lot more like weapons companies and stuff. So
Bro,
you
when
can
it
look
was
forward
woke,
to
it
that.
was weapons companies.
Well,
Well, yeah, you fucking heard yourself.
I know I did it.
Yeah, no,
I
so
did
back
the
then
thing.
Israel was cool. Now it's yeah. Like, bro, if you take my money and
yeah.
you invest it in things that I didn't choose,
You can't find any? Oh, that's too bad.
I'll find them.
Maybe it wasn't fucking real, bro.
hope so.
That's
I'd rather it
that
not
was
be
a
real.
it was a very dumb thing. Okay, you know how a hedge fund works?
Kinda.
You gather capital from other people and you buy stocks, and
Like
then
the
once you
KiwiSaver.
yes, and then once you have hedge funds specifically, once you have stocks, you use those stocks as capital to borrow money to buy more stocks. You understand? Yeah. Like a snake eating its own tail, like an infinite fucking spiral of debt and speculation forever. Okay, the stock crash didn't actually upset the scam or the scammers. It lowered their margins, but it didn't actually change anything for them. If anything, it probably intensifies the rot and causes them to take more and more drastic risks and like grasp at anything and risk everything. So to the extent that people are celebrating the stock market going down, for one, you and I are hurt by this as people whose retirement is bound up in the stock market, and also the bad incentives in the stock market are worse now than they were a week ago. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I saw the video of him like pointing people out who made more money this week,
Yeah.
and how like it can't be bad because these 5 guys made money. It's like, oh no, this is.
How bad can it be if Stephen Miller made $1 billion?
This feels like this. Like I think I said it last week. It feels like the start of the dystopian sci-fi movies we've watched.
Yeah.
For our whole lives. It's just, it's not Skynet. It's way dumber. You know,
It is dumb Skynet.
like
Yeah.
and I don't know.
500 billion for AI.
There's
Let's
a
go.
part of me though that thinks, I hope this is Nero fiddling.
Nero fiddling.
Oh, that's Nero playing his fiddle while Rome burnt.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody's trying to tell this cunt, you need to get this under control, and he's like, but why?
I'm just vibing,
I'm
dude.
shredding.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Which is
Everybody's
what I
stoked
would
on
do.
me.
But
Yeah.
that's what this feels like, and I hope that's what it is, because it's really depressing to, like, I don't read hard out. I don't really try to use my brain as much as I probably should.
Okay.
And I look at shit and go, how the fuck are we expected to make anything better out of the resources we have available? Like, government. I can't see how anybody thinks it's a good idea when as soon as you ascribe teams to people, they don't want to be right anymore. They want to win.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, like, what, that's the same thing. It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not the same thing.
Because you can have something that would be better for everybody, but
Yeah.
worse for your opinion and team.
Yeah.
And these fellas won't do that.
Yeah.
So the whole process is retarded to me now, because you're not going to do the right thing. You're going to do what makes you win and gets you in the comfier seat for longer. So the psychology of it like seems broken to begin with.
Yeah.
And like if I look at New Zealand and the way that politics system goes, and then I look at the States, it feels like there's too many things with it that are wrong, and that's why everything's going wrong.
I think this argument resonates with people that are sitting on a bench and means nothing to people that are sitting in a comfy seat.
Yeah. And
I think this is like an intellectual exercise to them. Like, oh wow, I could care about
But that's why I've
people.
said
It's
to you,
crazy.
like, take your fucking grade, stop them from having this feeling.
This movement needs a name, you know. Like this, if you want to make this happen, you got to brand this. You got to get this going.
Okay, we're gonna
What do we
call
got?
it.
It's a generational union, right?
Yeah.
It's some kind of like generational warfare. Like, what do you? A shield. It's more like a spear or like a Tesla coil. Or
What if we
something.
called it like families against gross grandparents? Let's have a break.
Tunnels and
Okay,
co.
let's imagine that there was a stinger there. Maybe there will be. Who knows? Yeah. Technical difficulties.
There was.
Doesn't matter.
I heard a stinger.
Do you want to go first? Go.
I kind of do. Police arrest Israeli in Thailand allegedly working as an illegal tour guide for foreign children. Now, I want to know if you can think of a faster
What's the
or
charge?
quicker way to say sex trafficking.
Working
Working as an illegal tour guide for foreign
sounds pretty
children.
bad.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think due to the nationality of that guy, they can't call it sex trafficking. But that's just me.
It's not Andrew Tate, obviously.
Nope.
It needs him white for some reason. And it's not Epstein. He's dead. Who's left?
Oh, this is just an Israeli guy in Thailand.
Just an Israeli guy.
Yeah, but he's a illegal tour guide for foreign children in Thailand.
Okay.
Come on now. What's he done?
Come on. What? What's he being charged with?
That.
No. He's being charged with. Is he being charged with sex trafficking or being an illegal tour guide?
For foreign children.
Are they just burying the lead here? Is
I
that
think
the,
that's
is that
what's
the
happening.
headline?
That's why
Like,
I'm like, that's a weird
they
one.
go like, if there's too many articles about sex trafficking, they don't get the clicks. Let's say he was an illegal tour guide for foreign children, and get this, he's Israeli.
Now, I've got a video that I want to show you that I like to fuck with you, and this one is the first time I've been worried there may be a table flip.
This is a heavy table, and I got shitty wrists, dude.
Oh, there'll be no table flip. Yeah. I actually thought for a minute that you might
Metaphorical table.
be
flip.
worried you're going to break your gear.
Oh no, my gear.
I need to show you this clip here.
Did this fucking thing come to life? Oh, it did.
Are you ready?
I guess. I'm gonna hate this.
I'm going to put this.
I'm
clip-
gonna fucking
I'll put
hate
this
this
video in the feed, but in the audio you'll just have to hear Jesse get mad. You ready, brother?
I'm ready.
Tell us what you see.
I see painting. I see maybe a 50-year-old woman painting. She's singing. No, she's not singing. Someone else is singing. There's some people in the audience. Is it an AI video?
No, I checked. It's real, from a
She's-
real event.
She's painting. What?
She's painting
She's
an image
painting Trump. Oh my god.
to this music live.
What's the sound? What's the music?
Just some weird, super upset Enya crap.
Wow. Amazing. What an antithesis to the Trump Gaza video.
It's just, how is this shit real? The cult.
Yeah. It's pretty culty.
Yeah.
It's interesting that, like, if you were to give a Trump supporter a piece of wild fucking news and not tell them how Trump felt about it beforehand, like, no, this is breaking news. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many of them would legitimately go, like, what did Trump say?
Is it okay or is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I also found this guy who I love. It's a Chinese guy, and he may be responsible for all the tariffs happening in China.
Okay.
He's just doing a Trump voice.
Okay. All right, I don't know about this watching videos on the podcast.
These are just things to show you to get you riled up.
I guess
this
that's
exists.
fine. That's Chinese guys having fun. I'm
I
a
love-
Chinese guy having fun, man. I understand.
You're not having fun.
I'm having tons of fun. It's great.
Tons.
Yeah, okay. I
Tons?
have resting bitch face, man. I've come to terms with that.
You have like 3 grams of rice fun. You don't have tons of fun. Yeah.
I was reading about the wage.
Tunnels and comb.
Gremlins! I say all that stuff off air, the kind of, you know what I'm saying. Do you want to do tunnels? You want to talk
I think
about,
we
let's
should.
do some tunnel talk, man. Let's,
It's been
before
a
our,
pretty
before
catastrophic
everything,
fucking episode.
before the house falls down around us, man.
We have podcast AIDS. Do
Yeah. Sure, who wants to go first? I got a local thing.
you reckon there's tunnels under the Playboy Mansion?
Yes. I think if they've got a main house and a pool house,
They'd
they
have
don't,
to,
they
for
don't
servants.
want that. Yeah, because you can't afford to hire servants who are also tens,
Yeah.
and you don't want ugly people walking around.
Yes.
So you got to have tunnels.
Yeah, you'd
Yes.
have to have just servants sort of ways round it.
Yeah. If Disneyland has tunnels, then Playboy Mansion has to have what? What's so fucking funny?
You want to try that one again?
If Disneyland had tunnels, that's my tongue. Something happened to it.
It's bigger than your mouth.
It's covered in poop from licking their $5.
Yeah. If Disneyland has tunnels, to
It does.
do, like, and
Very
there's-
much does.
The thing that gets me though is
That's why. Fuck. Maybe I'm insane. That's why I want to go to Disneyland. Check out the tunnels, dude.
That's exactly why you're insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be surrounded by that many fat.
I'll do
white
the
people.
roller coasters and the tunnels. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Fuck,
there.
did you know they have like a mad ass problem with punch ups at Disneyland?
Disney. I could see that.
Just
yeah.
families getting into fucking
Yeah.
full-on fracasses.
Yeah, totally. Well, you got dads shepherding their families who have never been in that kind of
Nah, you
situation
got
before,
dads
and there's
walking
another
around going,
family.
I spent
there's-
$4,000 for this.
Yeah,
It's when
there's
dreams happen.
there's pride playing into it.
Yeah,
Ego.
the dream is I want to fight another dad in front of my family.
Yeah, and I
Punch
think
my wife.
yeah.
The line's too long.
I think every man considers himself very good at fighting.
Which is shocking.
It's
eh?
just not right.
Yeah. It's such bad. You need a hiding. If you
Yeah.
think you can, like, if you watch the UFC, and you're like, what he should have done is
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
get a hiding.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you
I
should
couldn't
have to.
I'm what in pounds like 180 or something. I couldn't fight.
Fuck if you're
the-
wet, maybe.
Maybe if I was wet
Bro,
175.
for you to hit 180, you'd have to be wet and have a hard on.
No, I'm lighter these days, bro. I like being a bit lighter. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I mean. You're probably 175 walking around,
Yeah, maybe.
180 with a hard on.
My point is, I couldn't fight Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Fuck no.
No, he would
No.
fucking
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
me
yeah.
so fast. Doesn't matter.
I've seen that
I
guy
couldn't
throw
fight.
another
I couldn't.
human.
I probably couldn't fight the strawweight ladies. They'd
I've
fucking
seen that
smash
guy
me.
throw a human like a German suplex, and as the guy was in the air, Mighty Mouse
Oh
let
my
go and put him
God.
in an armbar,
Bro.
while he was in the air.
I thought about a video, bonus content that
I've
we
seen
could
that.
do is favorite videos of all time, and that should be on there.
That's one
Mighty
of them,
Mouse
eh? Yeah.
throwing a guy and then hitting him in the air like a Tekken combo.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
Bro, I
let's
reckon
talk about that after
the
bonus
dude,
episode.
the dude from the guy that made Tekken probably watched that like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, there's something real hard case about that of like guys who are like, oh yeah, no, I could. You don't understand, man. I just see red. I get so angry, and it's like, yeah, anger, famous for helping fighting.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, of course. You're basically the Hulk, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's how that
Yeah.
works, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angriest guy wins.
Sometimes if I'm getting a hiding, I get my missus to tell me how much I suck in bed, and I get better at fighting. No. Hey, if you're ever losing a fight, just get your missus to yell out, your mum's coming to stay. Or worse, like, her mum's coming to stay. Like, I don't know, but
jeez.
that doesn't work that way. If angry cunts could fight well, the UFC would be way more entertaining.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Yeah.
why the cunts who can, like, who are... Actually, who was it? There's a famous clip. Oh, it's Key and Peele. The American skit guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, they do a UFC one, and it's like a gangster black dude being like, y'all, man, when we get in that cage, we just gonna throw down, and best man walks out.
Okay.
And then it cuts to the other dude who's Brazilian, and he's like, God has chosen me to end his journey. And it cuts back, and he's like, yeah, man. What did he say?
Wait, what?
Did he say end my journey? man, what? And then it cuts back and he's like, your family will weep tears around your bed as you accept Christ. And it's like, man, am I fighting? That's how I think about it when dudes are like, I'm so angry, nobody could stop me. It's like, there's other dudes out there training to fight who have abs.
Yeah.
Who get up in the morning being like, dear God, thank you for my life.
Yeah.
And please let a motherfucker try.
Yeah.
And like
You're as calm as a Hindu
yeah,
cow.
bro, that's what I
Bro,
mean. Like,
the robot
Calm as a
wins.
Hindu cow.
If everybody's the same weight, the guy who works harder wins. And that's like Klitschko, for instance. He's a boxing robot. And that's why he's a winner. And like Mayweather and stuff. Like he wakes up and trains to box. There's his whole
dude,
thing.
Do you know Vasily
You can't beat that by being angrier.
Have you watched Vasily Lomachenko fight?
He's
He's like the Matrix.
no, I don't think so, but I know his mythology a bit.
Bro, he's got a real interesting story of like wanting to be a boxer.
And his dad making
put
him take ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And traditional, I think it's Ukrainian dance.
Yeah.
And then, you watch that guy fight and people can't touch him.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
might have watched a couple of his fights like years ago.
Yeah, he was a freaky one to watch fight, of like watching professional boxers throw punches and then watching them be real confused because there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And he's like, yoo-hoo. And he's like the other side of the world. Yeah, bro. Fuck, that's that difference. And so, yeah, we'd come to like, oh, I could totally take that guy. And it's like, cause he like, oh, fuck, my cousin admitted it once. We watched him smash up a boxing bag and we're like, holy fuck, you're terrifying. And he goes, I am for about 3 minutes, bro. Then our accountant will check me out.
3 minutes is probably generous.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying. He said, nah, fuck, I can't do it.
All right, back to tunnels for a minute. Local tunnels. The Central Interceptor. Did you know about this? This totally escaped my notice because it started before we were doing our podcast and before I caught the tunnel bug, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And a project like this would make the news if they were fucking up, but they haven't. The Central Interceptor project is like the Thames Tideway that we talked about, where it's like stormwater and stuff. Because you remember the Auckland Isthmus when it would rain heavily. They'd have to kind of combine the sewage and the stormwater, and you can't swim in some of the most beautiful beaches in the world because they're full of human shit. Okay, this is a solve to that. They reckon they're going to reduce that by 80% by making this 15-kilometer tunnel. I think it's 4.5 meter diameter, so not huge like the Thames Tideway, but it's a much smaller city. One of the most impressive things about it is it's been super safe, so no one's died. No one's really even been seriously hurt. It's on time and on budget, and that's why we haven't heard about it. Because something like this, you hear about at the start, and you hear about it at the end. And
It's like those fucking divers all over again, bro.
It's a 4-year project, and we missed it because they didn't fuck up. But
It's
they
like
just
they
broke.
said
They
they
just broke through, and like, hell yeah, man!
Everyone doing their job right.
I haven't given it enough credit to New Zealand. There's a bit of cool tunneling going on here, and this is some of it.
Of course. That's cool to know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good fun. The tunnel boring machine is called Hiwa Itirangi, I think, which is one of the stars of Matariki.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I may have one more tunnel one. Let
Okay.
me just check here. I'm not promising anything. There's Playboy Tunnels.
It's Watercare is the company that is running this. I've applied to work for Watercare.
Oh, fuck. It's not tunnels, but I did want to talk about it.
Okay, come on.
Because of our friend, the Ghislaine Maxwell hanger-outerer.
Oh, I know the one you mean. I heard there was pictures.
Yeah. He tried to play a game this week, and he tried to stream it because he's got all that crap about how he paid for someone to get good at Diablo and shit like that.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck, bro. The kids might be all right, eh?
What do you mean?
Whoever the fuck it was, I don't know. But this guy he's streaming, so he's got a chat box. Fucking within 2 minutes, bro, it loaded up with like accounts named Elon as a pedophile. And the comments were like, you should kill yourself now so that you don't die alone. And then he's like, oh, well, I would just block. None of that. And then the next one's like, Elon is fucking the country at AOL. Fuck you, dude.
Wait.
You suck.
Did he think he could do the tutorial of a game for which he was famous for being the best at and turned out to be fraudulent? Did he think he could do all of that without moderators?
I think that's part 2. his
Wait,
paying
he
people
tried to
was-
do this with no moderators?
Yeah,
so
it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah. And he couldn't get through the tutorial.
Does he not know about Call of Duty?
He's trying to be the man, bro. So he's trying to play like Path of
I thought he
Exile.
was trying to end government waste.
Nah, he's trying to be the
He's
man.
doing the tutorial of Path of Exile.
Dude, he is
while
trying
people
to
call
impress,
him a pedophile.
He's trying to impress smart, white, 14-year-old boys while impressing their dad, while impressing their mum because he's got his fucking baby strapped to his face to stop people shooting him.
That's what he puts in the email
wants
that he
everyone
sends.
to like him, and that's why no one does.
Yeah. That's what he puts in the email that he sends to say what he did last week.
Well, he puts the kid in the email?
No, that whole thing. Like,
Oh.
yeah, I played the tutorial of Path of Exile because they were doing that thing where they emailed all the government employees and say,
said, what did you
do
Yeah.
last week? Which is a basic test of like, if you're not smart enough to lie that you and pretend to do your job, yeah, the government shouldn't be giving you any
Dude,
money.
I don't have much money. If I had an iota of what that man has,
Yeah. What would you do?
and
First,
somebody did that shit to me on a Twitch stream,
yeah.
I'm
You find
killing
them.
a homeless person. Like,
That's where it starts.
yeah. If I was like,
Wow.
check me out, I'm so awesome, and then the first thing was like, Jared is a pedophile at AOL, I'm like, I'm not fucking pedophile. What is fucking this? What's this kind of have to say? Kill yourself so you don't die alone. Yeah, we're ending the stream right now, and then I just go hate crime with my resources. Probably start an island, get heaps of kids going to it. Try to start up a blackmail sex operation.
Yeah.
Change
then-
my name to something Stein.
Yeah. Like Tate Stein.
Nah, Jard Stein.
Jard Stein.
Jard Stein sounds funny. See how many cunts I could get implicated in political scandals and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I do with my money.
Who do you think you could get?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not worth anything. You don't
That's
get
why it'd
anything
be
for
funny.
taking me down.
I'd get some power.
What do I do? I make stingers. I do this podcast. What do I?
You rock around vibrant and full of joy.
Yeah, is that
He
right?
does
No.
not do that.
Come on, I do. I'm
He's not full of
vibrant.
You're
joy.
not.
I am vibrant.
Out of the two of us,
I
I think
am
it would be
full of joy.
perceived that I am the terrible one. But in
Of
reality,
the two, hang on. Of the two of us, you fact check for us.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Which of us is
more
more
joyous to be
vibrant?
around?
More vibrant and full of joy.
None of you.
There's gotta be a winner out of the two of us.
Gun to your head if you had to pick.
Bro, I've sat trying to watch a movie with you.
Who? That's not the same thing. Who's more you full of joy? If you
There's
make us
no
do.
joy in any
Okay,
movie.
what if you make Hellvis do something that he hates? Is he vibrant and full of joy then?
No, definitely not.
No. So which of remove the context broadly? Broadly speaking, which of us
Who
is
invites more people to their
vibrant?
house to
Which of us
enjoy
is more
food?
fucking vibrant? Check the fact.
like who has events at their house and costumes and parties? Because it's not you.
And people
I have
actually
jams.
show
I
up.
have people
Ben
come around to
has
play
parties.
music.
Ben
That
has
is
parties
vibrant
at
and
yours.
joyous. And you know,
Not if everybody involved has autism.
At your parties, Grimmy gets. Grimmy, he's a friend of mine. He has nothing to do with this conversation. But at your parties, people get fucked up and they talk to each other and stuff. At this party, Milan Dalvani, our fact checker, at our jams, loses himself in how joyous and vibrant it is. Is that not true?
I'm on
Oh,
a
did
lot
you
of
know
drugs.
if you get like 6 of the
Oh,
fellas?
come on.
I'm really stoned.
If you get
Come
6
on.
of the fellas off Abe's Odyssey and put them together, did you know they all start rocking in the same way?
Time.
You fucking Maduckins.
Which of us is. Dude, this is the most important fact check of your life. Don't blow it. Who is more
Bro, this
vibrant
cunt's
and
been
joyous?
your boss for 5 days. Don't let him push you around.
Actually, I've been the boss.
I've been the boss.
Fucking I'm Spartacus. Yeah, fucking
In
clown.
all fairness, Jizzy does make a point. He does show a little bit more joy.
A little bit more vibrancy, you might say. You might say that I was slightly more vibrant than Hellvis. Is that what
I
you're
reckon
saying?
this is a
With
national...
Oh, hang on.
Yes.
Let
He's
the
not
they
worried about
finish.
his employment. He's too busy worried about his rent, mate. You're
Let-
his fucking landlord. I'm his boss.
Let
You're
them fi-
worse.
This is too real.
You won't
This
find
is
a
too
way.
real. This is too real now. Their opinion is that I am more vibrant and joyous.
Because you'll impact where he lives.
Yes. No,
See,
but
he
yes.
just he admitted it. Catch you later. Have a good night, everybody.
Fuck you.
I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire. An underground tube, the dank and the gloom.